Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Holo Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh, the Bonds Apostle, the great millstone that taught me the 100% truth, the rule well. Citations to the Yakim out there pushing the truth with all sincerity and risking their lives to do so. Citations to the hopeful elect that are scattered among the four corners of the earth that believe in the 100% truth for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom. This is Revelations 13 and 16, which reads, And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that have the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is the wisdom, let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and the number is 636.
The world is changing and all governments are responding with more of the same destructive policies. It looks like Venezuela's government is planning to move to a fully digital economy as hyperinflation has made worthless Bolivar notes practically disappear. The people of Venezuela, in an effort to protect themselves, have adopted a dollarization policy that has expanded throughout the local financial system. The US dollar has operated as an escape valve for Venezuela amid US sanctions and collapsing oil revenues, President Nicolas Maduro said in a televised interview with Telesur on Friday. He said 18.6% of all commercial transactions are in dollars, while 77.3% are carried out in bolivars with debit cards. Only 3.4% are paid with Bolivar notes. They have a war against our physical currency. We are moving this year to a more profound digital economy, in expansion. I've set the goal of an economy that's 100% digital, Maduro said, adding that physical money will eventually disappear. It's the latest ambitious currency plan from Venezuela's president, with no guarantee of success. In 2017, with the Bolivar in freefall, Maduro vowed that the nation would create a cryptocurrency called the Petro, backed by reserves of oil, gas, gold and diamonds. The Petro launched in 2018, the US called it a scam. Venezuela's currency has lost 99% of its value during 3 years of hyperinflation, forcing the country to issue higher denomination notes that in turn become useless in record time. The largest note now in circulation, 50,000 bolivars, is worth about 4 cents. The government has delayed plans to issue a 100,000 bolivar bill, which currently would be worth less than 10 cents. After formerly subsidized fuel prices were increased in June, cash is now only used to ride public transportation, and the Caracas subway routinely stops charging passengers due to cash shortages. Since late 2019, local banks have slowly started to offer accounts and financial products in US dollars, but those remain limited as there's no clearing system in place to allow for digital transactions in US dollars. Some banks have had technical meetings with Venezuela's central bank in an attempt to solve the problem amid high skepticism and caution due to US sanctions. But Maduro vowed to create payment formats allowing transactions using savings and checking accounts in US dollars. Despite promising to expand the use of the US dollar in the economy, Maduro said a formal dollarization wouldn't happen. Venezuela has its currency and we are going to defend it, he said. So as a result of extreme hyperinflation that has plagued the country for almost a decade, the best thing to do now is to take them solely digital to further ruin the nation. There's a lot we can learn from this example of corrupt government and monetary enslavement. 1. Never trust your government to operate in your best interest. 2. Never have your entire life savings and financial future dependent upon a national currency. The best thing you can do is to make matters into your own hands and acquire undervalued assets that serve as insurance from the wealth destruction policies all government follow. Thanks for taking the time to listen to this update. Share your thoughts below and click the thumbs up button so more people can come across this type of information.
And there you have it. Venezuela, they're going to a cashless society as well as the rest of the world, because this is something that the whole world is going to have to face. This whole hour and temptation that the Lord is bringing forth, for you to slack it, for you to make the decision on, you know, if you're gonna submit to Esau, Edom, in his RFID chip market of beast system in order for you to survive in his society, you know. And this is something that is going to take place throughout the world, not just here in Babylon, but what they call so-called America of US of A. You know, this is something that's going to be a worldwide thing that the Lord is going to bring temptation upon the whole world. You know, and that's why the world is setting up their digital currency system in order to usher in, the mark of the beast. You know, because this devil wants total control of not just the people in this land of so-called America, but he wants total control of the whole world. You know, because he wants to play God. You know, and this this system will allow him to do so. You know, because he's gonna have total control over everything. Over you as an individual, and this is what he wants. And if you don't submit into his system, you won't be able to survive without him. So he's going to make it real difficult for you, for your survival, if you don't submit to the system. Because without this chip, you would not be able to buy or sell. So for all these groups out there that's telling you, hey, the RFID chip, it's like the RFID microchip is not the mark of the beast, they're lying to you, because this is the only way you're going to be able to survive. This is the only way that you're going to be able to buy and sell. It's not an embargo. It's not a religion, as some of these groups say, like IOIC or whatnot. Those men, they're misleading you, and they're not warning the flock. They got an agenda. It's like they got a set agenda for themselves, that they pushing forth. And it just could be out of pride, or it just could be that they took a bribe, or they don't have the understanding. You know what I'm saying? More than likely, those dudes, they took the bag. You know what I'm saying? They took that bribe, so they're misleading their flock, and they're going to be judged for that. You know what I'm saying? The blood of the congregation is going to be on their hands. But at the same time, if those that following them, the Lord has set up false prophets for a reason. For you to receive that judgment, because 2/3, they're going to be many people that believe or know that they're Israelites. They're going to get judgment too, because that's part of biblical prophecy as well. That those that know are going to receive judgment at the hands of Yahweh Bashem Shai. But yeah, so the RFID chip is the mark of the beast. So don't let these other camps out here fool you and tell you that it's not, or especially like ISUBK and General Yohana telling you take the chip if you want to survive. That dude's a demon. And if you're following him, then the Lord has placed him for you to follow. You know what I'm saying? You're going to receive your just judgment. But because it's foolish to believe that the RFID chip is not slack. It's foolish not to believe that the RFID chip is not the mark of the beast when you can clearly see it right here. But only those that are in the know, those that the Lord loves and has given the proper discernment to choose and follow after the true men of the Lord, to open their eyes to see that the RFID microchip is the mark of the beast, can see it. So you got to give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Shai, that the Lord has given you the knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and the discernment to be able to see this. Because many of our people who believe they're in the truth, or believe they have some understanding of the truth, they think that that the mark of the beast is something else. But that's not true. And it could be so. Maybe they wake up at the end, but currently in their mind state, if they're telling you or pushing to you that the RFID chip is not the mark of the beast, that it's something else, you know what I'm saying? It's a lie, And those that follow after those men, you need to wake up and come to the truth and repent, and follow after the true word of Yahweh Bashem Shai. Some of you men out there, y'all need to set aside your pride, because it's not about, what I'm saying, you and you being prideful. It's about the true words of Yahweh Bashem Shai, because this is the times that we're in, and you're going to see these same scriptures keep coming out, because this is the time that that the Lord has deemed for these things to take place, as it says in the Habakkuk. Matter of fact, let's get that. Slakia. This is Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but it shall, Slakia. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Yeah. And this is the time that it's been appointed for the mark of the beast, RFID chip, Slakia, RFID microchip, to be implemented, to be set into play. Because this thing is going to be forced to implemented throughout the whole world. And the C19 virus is part of that. That's the introduction leading into the RFID microchipping, because you can see it, setting being a forerunner for it, because setting up vaccination stations. You know what I'm saying? They got now where you can go and get vaccinated. There's long lines to be vaccinated. Um, for this virus. That they created. You know, it's going to be the same thing with the chipping stations. They're going to be chipping stations for you to go into and be microchipped. So the vaccine or the virus is just a forerunner, for the RFID microchip. It's an introduction, and the Lord is showing you this. And for those that have the eyes to see, in the ears to hear this truth, you gotta give all praises for that. But this is the time that we're in, and this is the appointed time that the Lord has deemed for it to take place. So just be prepared for the things that are going to continue to take place during these times, because more and more prophecies is going to unfold. Because we're at the end days. We're in the end of the end days right now. So you're going to see the slakia, the prophecies. Slakia. So you're going to see the prophecies of Second Esdras 15 and 16 taking place. Second Esdras 9. These are things. These are the appointed times, but we're in the last days that the Lord is bringing these things forth. Sedition among men, that's happening. And it's going to get more and more intense. Famines of the word, famine of food, all that is getting more and more intense, because we're at the end, and this is the time that the Lord has deemed for these things to take place. So yes, the RFID microchip is the mark of the beast. Yes, they're setting up a cashless society in order to implement this thing, and it's coming to pass, man. We're at the end of this thing, and we're hastening the day of the Lord. As you know, the year 2020, it's like the year 2021 has been deemed the year of the hastening of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, by Elder Apostle Tahar, through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And we're hastening these days, and we want these prophecies to take place. These things got to take place before the nation of Israel receives the salvation. And we're pretty much at the end of this thing. So, Koholo Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Kwara Shalala, Abar Wabar, Shalom.